So we would open our phone. We would open up the link that we have saved on our home screen by following those directions that are available at greepros.com. It says, what do you want to do? You'll select what do you want to do, and it's going to be troubleshooting error codes, or you can simply search for the error code that you're looking for. And in this case, you can type in the error code in our troubleshooting tool. In this case, it's an F5, so we type that in. And then we've got step by step, evaluate the installation. Don't overlook the obvious, that kind of thing. But what the error code means itself is that you've got a discharge temperature sensor error code. I will tell you, just a personal note here, well over 9 times out of 10, if you've got a sensor error code, it's going to be that the sensor is open or short. But we give you the method for being able to test that, being able to ohm out that sensor to ensure that it is open or short. If it is open or short, what do you do, Greg?
You got to replace it.
You got to replace it. That's it, right?
So,
and like I said, what was that?
And to follow up with what you're saying there, so
Yeah.
you can't get an error code for a sensor that's out of range.
Right.
Because it has to get out of the range to be able to give you the error code, which would be shorted or open.
Right.
That's why you get the error code.
It's not going to be that it reads 180 degrees.
Doesn't mean you can't have a sensor that's out of range causing other operational issues.
Right.
So when in doubt, check it out. I mean, that's kind of, I've been with that model for years. It doesn't take that long. We've talked about this in many trainings that we did. If you get accustomed to being able to do quick ohm checks to thermistors, you quickly can run through these thermistors on any GREE unit out there and know whether they're out of range or not. Or roughly, does anything really stick out at you? So what I kind of refer to that is if you have our ohm chart, which you can get to on our website as well. If you know roughly what the temperature is, it's a quick stab with your meter to get the resistance reading to know whether that thermistor is even remotely where it's supposed to be. Right. And then I'm not going to start into a whole nother segment, but that's why we started promoting the service tools a lot more too, because that is another way to do it as well. If you hook up the single zone service tool to any one of our mini splits, you can plug that up and it's going to give you your temperature readings, and you can just verify by whether or not the temperatures are accurate.
Right.
Just
you can also
you can do that about anything.
Yeah, you can do that during your spring or fall preseason call.
Absolutely.
You can take a look and see if there's sensors that are going out of range, things that aren't reading correctly, and go ahead and prevent that issue from finally showing up during the hottest or coldest time of the year.
I don't want it to come out wrong, though. It's not like we have an overwhelming issue with the misters, because we really don't.
We really don't.
Failure rate is very low.
Right.
But it does happen. They're machines and they're thermistors, and thermistors can't fail. So it does happen. It's just, but it isn't like we got an overwhelming problem with them.
Right. And from a general information standpoint, I mean, they're thermistors. Many different types of systems out there use thermistors. If you're working on somebody else's brand of equipment, they've got, hopefully they've got thermistor charts available to you. If you're having a hard time finding that information for that, sell that homeowner a GREE next time. And you'll be able to find the information a lot faster, like we just showed.
Thanks for getting involved. If you need more answers, catch us live every month when we tackle your questions in real time. Head over to greecomfort.com/GREE-training, where you can register for the next Talking Comfort Live. See you there.